Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Dave Scott here. I'm devastated. I am absolutely devastated. I just found out the news a little bit ago that Brent Thomas, a good friend of ours on Spaced Out Radio, passed away this morning. I don't know how. I'll bring up the obituary and everything like this. I never got to meet Brent, but he was such a stalwart and such a supporter of what we did on Spaced Out Radio that it just didn't seem right without talking about it tonight. So, God. I was in the forest at Flight 21. We're doing some filming tonight. I literally just got in and immediately walked in to my studio. Brian Bowden, which is really weird because normally we do not get phone signal out at Flight 21. And I looked at my text message from Brian Bowden and stated that Brent had passed away. Yeah, Paranormal Portal Brent. And I couldn't pull it up on Facebook because with one bar, the signal wouldn't come through. And fucking love that guy. I absolutely loved it. Him and I had some great conversations, and we talked about our families. We talked about paranormal. We talked about building YouTube, building our podcast format. I was so excited when we decided that we were going to start Caribou Con up here. Brent was one of the first people that I invited to come up here and speak because I really wanted to meet him. You know, we could talk on the phone and talk everybody, you know, as we go. But in our field of work, because we're spread out all over the planet, we don't get to meet each other. You know, we don't get to shake each other's hand or give each other a hug or whatever. And Brent was one of the good guys. He was one of the good guys. You know, I know he had been going through some health issues. He never told me what it was. But we were really looking forward to hanging out this September up here. And then to read this news, it's absolutely heartbreaking. And I When Brian Bowden got a hold of me and told me the news, I quickly called Brian and somehow I got a signal. And I'm going to read you a couple here. Fucking B. Arthur. His voice is golden. Was it a heart attack? I don't know. I never met his wife or his son, but I know he was very dedicated to both. Um, so this was 3 hours ago from his son Sheldon. Says, "Hey, Portal peeps, I don't know how to write these kind of things, so I apologize if it is not eloquent. This morning, my dad, Brent Thomas, passed away. My world is shattered as well as my heart. Over the next few weeks or more, there will be a lot I have to figure out and take care of. So, for the foreseeable future, there won't be any new episodes or live streams of the Paranormal Portal. My dad was the most caring and wise person I had ever met. The world has lost a great beacon of light. He loved all of you and cherished all of you very much. Thank you, everyone, for the best community I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. In his words, we love you all. Be good and kind. Be kind and be nice. Take care of each other and help each other out. Find the magic in every day and laugh as much as you can." Um, his beautiful wife, Anita, posted this. "It's with profound sadness and heavy hearts that we announce the passing of Brent Thomas Jablonski, who departed this life on June 14th, 2026. A loving husband, a devoted father, a cherished son, a beloved brother, and a wonderful man whose kindness, strength, and compassion touched so many lives. He possessed a rare ability to make people feel welcomed, valued, and heard. His laughter could brighten a room, and his compassionate spirit left a lasting impression on everyone fortunate enough to know him. Above all else, Brent's greatest pride and joy were his family. He was a dedicated husband who loved his wife deeply and unconditionally, and a proud father whose love and guidance will remain forever in the hearts of his children. The bond he shared with his family was the foundation of his life, and his legacy will continue through the love he gave so freely. Brent will be remembered not only for the life he lived, but for the countless lives he enriched along the way." Fucking B. Arthur. His strength, integrity, and caring nature created memories that will be treasured forever. He is survived by his beloved wife and their children, who will carry his memory forward with love and gratitude. Though our hearts are ache in his absence, we find comfort in knowing that the love he shared will never fade. His spirit will continue to live on in the stories we tell, the lessons he taught, and the love he left behind. Forever loved as a husband, forever cherished as a father, forever remembered as a son, a brother, and a friend, forever will be missed. I am heartbroken for their family. I am destroyed right now. Absolutely destroyed. Brent, I've only known Brent a couple of years, but it really felt like I knew him a lifetime. Just the way we talked, the way we were able to to just get along and bounce ideas off of each other. I don't know how he passed away. Apparently, in the Discord channel, I think Aussie Boss Tiger was saying that he may have had a heart attack. He was a good dude, man, and he always cared um and he always was right there to take a phone call. B. Arthur, man. Show is golden. And you know what? I will tell you this, and I mean this, and I told him this a few times. Um, and he always told me to shut the hell up. But I bent it. I told him in a lot of ways I thought the Paranormal Portal was better than Spaced Out Radio. And he hated when I told him that, but it was true. The way he would combine stories and interviews, the way he was able to work the technology into the show and the videos and everything. I thought his show was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, extremely well put together. And I was really looking forward to meeting him this fall. Really looking forward to it. Now he's gone. Um, Guys like Brent and Butch seem to be the real deal. You got what you saw, and you got the real deal. Sounds like he was a genuine person and a good man among men. Absolutely. Absolutely. He was a damn good podcaster and a damn good YouTuber. And let me tell you this, and like we had some deep, deep talks, guys. We really did. And he loved his audience. He loved his audience. He thought his audience was just amazing. Like he's told me so many times how he was amazed that anybody would want to listen to what he had to say. There was zero arrogance. There was zero attitude, zero ego with him. Just a quality human being. And I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him bad. And I'm really upset that I don't get to meet him. Really upset by that. Kedstar says he talked about the event meeting you. I was also in Spokane 2 years ago when my father had a passing. I wish I could have met him when he investigated the Davenport Hotel. And you know what? I never asked Brent once I never asked him once to advertise Spaced Out Radio. He just did it. He just did it out of the goodness of his heart because he liked me, and he always made sure that his show ended right before mine, so that way all of you who were listening to his show and his audience who doesn't come here often, but that way everybody could come on over here and there was no overlapping. He was so conscious of that. I never asked him to do that. He did it out of the goodness of his own heart. And it always amazed me, you know? He had that golden voice. That's why I called him B. Arthur, because first name started with the letter B. And his voice was golden, smooth as silk on the air. So that's how I kind of nicknamed him B. Arthur. And he called me Betty White because of my white hair. It's not, thank you, Jim Lucier. It's not just my loss. It's our community's loss. Brent was amazing. Brent Thomas was amazing. And we were so looking forward to this fall. This one hurts. This one hurts bad. I hate doing this. I'd so looked forward to taking him up to Flight 21. I looked forward to showing him my area. He was so excited about coming up here. He's going to have a lot of displaced listeners over the next little bit because Brent was popular. He had a rockin' chat room, friendly chat room, just like we did. And a very, it felt like Brent and I were cut from the same cloth. It really did. And there's so many assholes in this field. And yet it's another good one gone. And he cared about everyone, his audience members, his Discord, his chat rooms, his Patreon, his podcasting. Where could people listen to it better? Damn it. Damn you, B. Arthur. We were supposed to meet in September. Brent was one of those people to me. I'm sure you've all had this in your life, where you meet someone and it's like you've known them your entire life. Like you're like immediately best friends. Have you had that happen? If you haven't, that's okay. And I hope that for you. Um, that's what it was like between him and I. Like, I remember when Dirty Filth booked him for the show, and I'd seen his show before, and I was like, yeah, man, I wanted to talk to this guy for a long time. And I'd heard his show. I didn't know anybody who knew him, but I'd heard his show. And when we connected, and what I do for every guest is I call them a few hours before showtime. And during that time, um, when we were talking before the show, it was like talking to somebody who I'd known forever. And I told him, I said, I've been wanting to interview you for a long time, man. I'm like, you have a great show and everything. And I'm always weary about bringing on guests like that because a lot of the show hosts have egos. I mean, and that's not a bad thing. I have an ego. Everybody has an ego. Brent Thomas from the Paranormal Portal Podcast. Huntress, what are you doing awake? What are you doing awake, beautiful? Cryptid Huntress will be our guest on Friday night. And when Brent and I did that 2-hour interview, he messaged me right afterwards. He's like, dude, that was just amazing. I had so much fun and all of this. And I was like, me too, man. We got to do this again. We got to keep talking. I'm glad you're here, Huntress. You helped make things better. So I went out to Flight 21 tonight, and about 9 o'clock, 9:15, Brian Bowden messaged me. Somehow I got the message because usually our our cell phones don't work out there, but on this occasion it did. And I immediately tried to call him, and that's where he was pretty beat up about it too. So Brian, send Brian Bowden some love here too, man. And Brent affected a lot of good people in a positive way in this field. And anytime I was, a lot of times what happens when you do a show like this, sometimes the guests don't work out for numerous reasons. Sickness, or it could go everywhere, that maybe family member gets ill or something happens, or you could be like Science Bob and fall asleep. Or sometimes you just get guests that forget and you try and get a hold of them and you can't get a hold of them and you have to what we call shift on the fly. And um, I knew I could call up Brent at any time and say, "Hey, my guest just canceled. Would you like to come on?" And there was never a no. There was never a no. Yep, yep. As soon as I wrap up my show, I'll be there for you. Just send me the link. Send him the link, and boom, there he was. Motherfucker. He was so good. He was so good on the air. And he was so smart. He was so smart. And I really hope that his wife Anita and his children know how and I know they do, but what a great guy he was and how respected he was in our community. I just wanted to meet him. I just wanted to meet him. Just once. Fucking B. Arthur. God, he used to make me laugh. I go into his chat rooms. Hey, B. Arthur, you're golden tonight. You're golden. And it would just, the minute he would see it, he would just start laughing on the air. Oh, God. And I used to just try and sneak it in when he was doing something serious or talking something serious where he was in full concentration. And then I'd be, B. Arthur is golden tonight. Oh, God. Can't believe that didn't last long. I want all of you to do me a favor, if you don't mind, because he had thousands of listeners. He did. They might not have all been in the chat room or whatever. Um, I don't do Discord, okay? But I want all of you, if you could, because I know there's a lot of you in our chat room that shared the chat rooms. You'd go to Brent's show, and then you'd come over to our show. Um, I would really appreciate if somebody could go into that Discord room and just spread the love that Spaced Out Radio is here for all of them, that we do care, that we are hurting um, just like they are. Okay. And if you could do me a favor and just tell them how much all of them have a home here at Spaced Out Radio. For I mean, if they want to show up, they can. If they don't, they don't. It's really up to them, and but we're here for them. And I know damn well that if something had happened to me and the role was reversed, I would want all of you to go and get your nightly fix with Brent because he was so damn good and so damn genuine. And you just let them know that we love them, we care, we are here, and that we want them to know that they don't have to be alone. We're right here for them. You know, we're right here to be there to help fill that giant void that is now there. It's a big void, people. It's a big void. I cannot stand seeing this picture on my screen right now. God damn it, B. Arthur. What you doing? I mean, remember, we only know one side of him. I knew him a little bit better than probably most of you. Not much, but just a little bit more. But him and I had some really good heart to heart convos, man. And he just loved people. I never got to meet his boy Sheldon. Um, but I do know Brent was very proud of his son. Very proud. He would do anything. And when we would be talking on the phone, if his son came up and asked him something, it was always love you, buddy. There was always love back, just like a good dad should. Tell the Dawn, you are very, very. Is this Sheldon? Sheldon is. Am I thinking of the right Sheldon here? Oh, young man, I was so looking forward to meeting your dad. I was so looking forward to meeting him. He bragged about you, man. He bragged about your mom. And, your dad and I would talk quite a bit. And there was one person in this fucking life I wanted to meet, and it was Brett. And Sheldon, I want you to know that if you need anything from Spaced Out or any of us, you just get a hold of me. Okay. Um, my cell phone number is in your dad's phone. And I hurt for you guys. I lost a friend, but you lost a dad. And I hurt for you. I don't know how long you've been listening, Sheldon, but I only met your dad a couple years ago when I interviewed him. And it was like we were right after that, we were like immediate best friends. Immediate best friends. And I just wanted to meet him. On behalf of all of us, Sheldon, at Spaced Out Radio, if you could do us a favor and just give your mom and your siblings a giant hug from all of us. I'm not going to apologize for your loss, but I am going to say thank you for sharing or allowing us to share your dad's love for the podcast, for the everything that he brought. Your dad was so genuine, so nice. And we're going to miss him. You guys will miss him a million times more than we will. But your dad was one of the good eggs. God, he was a great dude, man. So if you need anything or you get a hold of us. And Sheldon, if you decide that in the next few months that you want to take over Dad's hot seat, you call old Uncle Dave here, and Uncle Dave will walk you through it. Okay? I think I'm pretty good at what I do. Your dad was damn good at what he did. So if we can help out in any way, you let us know. I'm heartbroken. I am completely heartbroken. I was telling him that I was going to get a B. Arthur shirt made up for him. Sheldon, do you know that story why I called him B. Arthur? And he always laughed. Oh, God. So your dad had in radio, because I'm an old radio guy. Your dad had a golden voice. And because his first name started with the letter B, and B. Arthur used to be on this show called The Golden Girls. I started calling him B. Arthur because his voice was golden. And every time I typed that in the chat room, like every time I would watch the portal while getting ready for Spaced Out. Jim, let's not do any readings here. This isn't about readings. No offense. Not the time. But so I'd go into the chat room and I'd be like, B. Arthur is golden. And your dad, when your dad was like, I tried to do it when he was like in a real serious mood reading a story or something like that. And that's when I would drop it in. And he'd be like, Dave Scott is here. How you doing, Betty White? Oh, God, it used to make me laugh. God damn it. He was a gem. Absolute fucking gem. I just wanted to meet him. You're lucky you got to. You're lucky you got to have him as a dad. He's a fucking beauty. That's a Canadian thing. He's just a fucking beauty. An amazing sense of humor. We're on him. He was one of them. I'm sorry. Sheldon, you take care. And before you go, just know this. Thank you, young man, for allowing all of us here to share in your dad. Thank you for sharing your dad with us. Thank you for sharing your dad with us. Damn it, B. Arthur. What are you doing here? And that damn Homer Simpson voice that he would do. Oh God, would that make me laugh? Sorry if I'm so quiet. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Um, I don't know. I didn't ask. Apparently, in the Paranormal Portal Discord, Brent had a heart attack and didn't make it. Brent's son, Sheldon, was just in the chat room here a few minutes ago, and it's not my place to ask. I don't care. I don't care. Problem is, we lost a fucking beauty. Happened this morning, I guess. This one hurts just as much as Butch Wachowski. This one hurts really bad. So, this is what's going to happen here in a few minutes. I have to go do my radio hit with WABC in New York. They're going to be calling in a few minutes. I'm going to keep this chat room open just so that you guys have a place to talk and to keep Brett's picture up. And once again, if you are part of the Paranormal Portal family of listeners, we are devastated by the loss of Brent. He was an amazing friend, fan, compatriot of SOR. And please know that all of you, Brent and I ran our chat rooms pretty much the same. No bullshit, no politics, no insults. Just be good human beings in our chat rooms. And just let everybody in the portal know as they start to find out in the next day or two that they have a home here. They have a home because we were such the same. And we want to make sure that they are welcome here if they choose to come on over. Devastating news. If you just joined us, a good friend of ours, Brent Thomas from the Paranormal Portal Podcast, passed away this morning. We believe it may have been because of a heart attack, but his son Sheldon, who was in the chat room here just a few minutes ago, I never asked him. It's not my place. But we lost a great man in Brent. I was looking forward to meeting Brent at Caribou Con this fall. He was one of the first people. Actually, I believe he was the first person I invited to come here as a guest, and he was so pumped up about coming to British Columbia, up to our area. I was so looking forward. He was going to come a couple of days early so I could take him around to some of the hot spots in this area, show him the museum, show him Flight 21. And we were so looking forward to it. And I knew that when he got up here, all we would do is end up laughing, because that's kind of what we did all the time. So it's not going to happen now. Sheldon said he had a heart attack. Damn it. Brent had an open invitation to come on SOR anytime he wanted. In the last couple of months, when I started thinking about whether or not we were going to add another weekend show, I said that if I did, it would have to be somebody like Brent. And I actually asked him if he wanted to come do SOR on the weekends. And he was flattered, but he politely declined. There's New York. Hey, buddy. Not much. How you doing, brother? Me too. Me too. All right. Um, uh, he turned it down. He turned it down because he wanted to concentrate on the portal, and I fully respected him for that. But he was always like, "Hey, man, whatever I could do to help make SOR bigger and better," and I said the same thing. Whatever I could do to help make the portal better. You guys chat for a bit. I got to go do New York. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes, but um, yeah, stick around. Chat away. Share your memories in our chat room. B. Arthur. His voice was fucking golden. Be right back. I am back. I am back. Um, I'm glad all of you popped in. I really am. I'm just scrolling through the comments here. How you doing, Super Duke? Um, I know many of you went over to listen to my hit on WABC, so thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Come on. Almost time for a new phone. My phone doesn't want to charge anymore. I hate that. Thank you, Joe. Joe says on Facebook, you can see the little window here. I'm absolutely amazed at how professional you are, going from Brent's memorial to WABC as a professional. You are the king. You are a radio god. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you, buddy, more than you know. More than you know. For the record, just so anybody knows, know this, because people get weirded out and people make shit up all the time. No, this impromptu show here is not monetized. Um, I will never monetize a show like this. That's not cool. I'm gonna go till the bottom of the hour with you guys, and then I gotta get to bed because I gotta work in the morning. But I appreciate each and every one of you, and I appreciate what you guys do to help people like me, people like Brent, who are just trying to put a program out that's interesting, that talks about the topics that we love. And Brent loved these topics. He really did. And most importantly, Brent loved his audience. I can't speak to about the man with his home life. Okay. I know he loved his wife. I know he loved his children. He did brag about them quite a bit. But he was a very private man. When we talked, it was usually about business and radio and podcasting and YouTube. And that's what we talked about. Um it's a shitty way to end the evening. It's a shitty way to end the evening. Nope, don't like this. Don't like it a bit. Don't like it a bit. I like it. Like I said earlier, I was very much looking forward to meeting Brent at Caribou Con, where he was going to be one of our speakers this year, talking about all things paranormal and cryptid. And God, I was looking forward to that. Was really looking forward to that. God bless him. God, you got a good one. You got a good one. I'll miss my friend. I'll miss him on the air. I'll miss him on our phone calls. I'll miss him. And I know all of you will too. Goodbye, my friend. And for all of you, big thank you for coming on in and sharing the last hour and 21 minutes and 45 seconds with me. We have a Cosmic Voice. How you doing? Tribute to Brent Thomas from the Paranormal Portal Podcast, who passed away this morning of a heart attack. And we're all hurting right now. The SOR fans and family are hurting. Paranormal Portal fans and family are hurting. Many others are as well. Brent had an amazingly awesome impact on this field. And so on that note, I'm going to say goodnight to all of you. Thank you for coming on in this late and hanging out with us to talk about a great man, a great family man, a great husband, a great father, an incredible podcaster, golden voice. He had a beautiful voice, smooth, eloquent, knowledgeable. He studied so hard to make sure he put on a great show. And I'm going to miss my friend. And I know all of you are going to miss a great host. We love you, Brent. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for being a great host. Thank you to the Jablonski family for sharing Brent with us and allowing us to have a little piece of him. That meant the world. And I think if you knew Brent personally, a lot of you just know him from his show. But if you knew Brent personally, you would know that he was a good man, a very good man, and he will be sorely missed by all of the Spaced Out Radio family. And I'm just going to keep repeating myself. I will miss my friend. Thank you, everybody. We will see you all tomorrow night, okay? Much love. Please share the love from the SOR family to the Paranormal Portal family. Okay? Please do that for us. And let them know that we're hurting with them. And we'll talk to you all tomorrow night.
healthy, my friend.
You too.
If you need bail money, give me a call.
Always, Dad. Take care.
You too.